cameras flash, the crowd completely freezes, and just like that, the world is absolutely obsessed with a royal family reunion that might never actually happen.
It is so wild. I mean, a kingdom divided, and you've got these two young kids caught right in the crossfire.
Welcome to Starscope Report. Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today's custom deep dive into our source material is, honestly, it's pretty heavy. We are looking at why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children probably won't be seeing their royal cousins anytime soon.
Right. We're pulling from a whole stack of sources for you today. The Royal Observer, IB Times UK, Minute Mirror, Heat World. And our mission here is to unpack the underlying mechanics of this upcoming mid-July UK visit.
Because it's not just a summer vacation, is it?
Oh, not at all. We are looking way past the tabloid headlines. We're talking a high-stakes chess match over taxpayer-funded security, an alleged and very dramatic 5-word ultimatum, and peripheral royals practically fighting for their survival.
Seriously, the drama is real, but to set the stage here, the official reason for this whole trip is a professional milestone, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Harry is heading back to mark the one-year countdown for the Invictus Games 2027, which are going to be in Birmingham.
Which is great. That's the official framework.
Right. But the massive wild card here, the thing that changes the entire geopolitical calculus of this trip, is the kids. Archie, who is 7, and Lilibet, who is 5.
This is the first time they'll have been in the UK together since, what, the Platinum Jubilee in 2022?
Yep. And for Meghan, it's our first time back since Queen Elizabeth's funeral later that same year. So you suddenly have this intense, forced physical proximity for a family that has, frankly, spent the last 2 years communicating through tell-all memoirs and TV interviews.
Which naturally brings everyone to the million-dollar question. The cousin reunion.
Yes. Will Archie and Lilibet finally get to play with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis?
And according to royal commentators like Amanda Matta and Emily Nash, the answer is a very resounding no.
Wait, really? Like, no chance at all?
Basically zero. The expectation is that the palace will release a very polite statement citing a full schedule for Prince William and Kate's household.
Yes. The classic schedule defense. It's like the ultimate diplomatic weapon, isn't it?
Totally. It's the institution's way of securely deadbolting the door without ever having to publicly admit that the house is on fire. You don't have to say, we refuse to see you. You just say, oh, sorry, we have a ribbon cutting.
Right. We're washing our hair that week. But I mean, according to our sources, that diplomatic shield is completely necessary, right? Because
yeah.
the actual relationship between Harry and William is just totally shattered.
Oh, it's fractured beyond repair at this point. You have to look at the sheer volume of public damage. I mean, in his memoir Spare, Harry literally called William his arch nemesis and accused him of physical assault.
And that's not even touching on the fallout over how Kate was discussed in that book.
Exactly. Kate's involvement in coordinating any sort of cozy family playdate is cited as a massive, immovable hurdle right now.
Okay, I look at this and it reminds me of trying to merge two rival tech companies. Like, the PR and logistics are an absolute nightmare even before you factor in that the two founders openly despise each other.
Yes. One founder literally released a book leaking all the other company's proprietary secrets.
Right. But, okay, let me push back a little here.
Go for it.
Aren't the kids entirely innocent bystanders in all of this corporate warfare? I mean, doesn't keeping these young cousins apart basically guarantee that this feud lasts for an entirely new generation?
It's heartbreaking, really. Emily Nash makes that exact point in the reports. The generational damage is very real, and it's a tragedy that these cousins are denied the chance to grow up together.
So why not just put them in a room with a nanny and let them play?
Because mechanically, in terms of family psychology, you just can't engineer a relationship between the kids when the adults, the architects of the family, hate each other.
I guess 7-year-olds can't really coordinate their own play dates at Kensington Palace.
Right. The adults are the gatekeepers. Until William and Harry can be in the same room without it feeling intensely hostile, bringing the kids into that environment is impossible.
Wow. Okay, so the door to Prince William's house is firmly shut.
Padlocked.
Right, which naturally shifts our focus up the chain of command straight to King Charles. And this is where things get really intense. But wait till you hear what came next, because the logistics of this visit are about to violently collide with the British government.
Oh, the security chess match. This is fascinating. So King Charles hasn't seen Harry in, like, 19 months. Not since that super brief meeting at Clarence House right after the king's health news broke.
And the sources are pretty unanimous that Charles is desperate to see his grandchildren.
He is. And to make that happen, he's reportedly offered Harry and Meghan a royal residence to use during their stay, complete with security while they are on the actual estate.
Now, on paper, that sounds like a huge olive branch, right? He's giving them a house and guards.
It is an olive branch, but it comes with so many institutional strings attached. The security Charles can offer is private. It's completely different from the taxpayer-funded armed police protection, the RDBES protection that Harry has been fighting the UK government in court to get back.
Ah, okay. So this is where the anonymous sources in the Daily Mail come in, offering a very cynical take.
Extremely cynical. These sources claim that bringing Archie and Lilibet is an aggressive pressure tactic by Harry and Meghan to force the palace's hand.
So the logic is, if the kids are on British soil, the government basically has to give them official police protection. Otherwise, they look like they're intentionally leaving the king's grandchildren vulnerable.
Exactly. It shifts the PR optics from we are denying a non-working royal his perks to we are deliberately endangering two small children.
Okay, but we need to do an impartiality check here. We have to make it clear that this really aggressive interpretation comes from a single, unverified source. We're just reporting what the source material says, not taking a side.
Right, totally. And actually, another source in that same Daily Mail report balances it out, saying Charles is not an uncaring man, and he just doesn't want the ongoing security lawsuit to be weaponized against him.
Yeah, and honestly, I look at that cynical framing. The idea that Harry is using his kids as tactical bargaining chips,
Yeah.
and it feels so disconnected from reality.
How do you mean?
Well, is it not entirely possible that Harry isn't playing some 4D chess game here? I mean, his entire psychological framework about the press is defined by the trauma of losing his mother, Princess Diana, to a paparazzi chase.
Yeah, that's a very valid point.
Like, maybe his demand for absolute security isn't a bureaucratic power play. Maybe it's just the visceral, terrified reaction of a dad who wants to protect his family.
You're absolutely hitting on the core gridlock here. You have a massive clash of operating systems. On one side, you've got Harry's trauma-informed parenting. His threat assessment is permanently dialed to 11 because of his lived experience.
Right. His worst nightmare actually happened.
Exactly. But on the other side, you have the palace. And the palace is an institution that runs strictly on precedent, hierarchy, and government rules.
And they can't afford to make emotional exceptions.
They really can. If the institution yields to Harry's demands for taxpayer-funded police after he voluntarily quit being a working royal, it sets a terrifying legal and financial precedent for them.
So it's just an impossible stalemate, a traumatized father hitting a brick wall of state bureaucracy.
Yep. And if you're loving these deep dives into the unseen mechanics of Hollywood and royal pop culture, make sure you're subscribed right now, because we've got even crazier twists ahead.
Definitely hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Because speaking of twists, later in this deep dive, we're talking about a shocking betrayal that absolutely nobody saw coming.
Oh, the York sisters.
Yes. So while Harry is fighting this war on two fronts with his dad and his brother, the ground is completely shifting under his feet regarding the very few allies he thought he had left.
Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie.
Exactly. Give us the background on them, because they've historically occupied a very unique space in this feud, right?
They really have. They were basically the bridge. Eugenie was one of the first royals to warmly welcome Meghan. They hung out all the time. Even after the big move to California, Eugenie visited them.
Right, so the Sussexes viewed them as their last tether to the family.
Exactly. But a few weeks ago, at this very posh Cotswolds wedding for Peter Phillips and Harriet Sperling, Beatrice and Eugenie were photographed warmly greeting Prince William.
And not just a wave, like full-on kisses on the cheek, right?
Yep. The optics of that embrace were undeniable. It sent a massive, very public message about shifting allegiances.
And how did Harry and Meghan react to that?
According to Heat World and the IB Times, they were intensely unhappy. The reports use words like disturbed and uneasy.
Wow. And the frustration there comes from a feeling of total betrayal, doesn't it?
Huge betrayal. Because allegedly, Harry and Meghan had spent hours and hours on the phone counseling the York sisters on how to handle the threat of being evicted from their royal properties.
Wait, eviction? Like William's camp was trying to kick them out?
That was the assumption. The Sussexes believed William was orchestrating these eviction threats to slim down the monarchy. So Harry and Meghan are giving them strategic survival advice.
Well, I need to watch those same sisters turn around and publicly kiss the ring the second the cameras are flashing.
Exactly. And this allegedly prompted Harry and Meghan to issue a really blunt 5-word warning.
Oh, I know this one. They reportedly said, "It's us or the Waleses."
It's us or the Waleses, an absolute ultimatum.
But, okay, forcing that kind of ultimatum shows a profound misunderstanding of what's actually at stake for Beatrice and Eugenie.
How so?
Well, this isn't just about deciding which cousin throws a better dinner party. It is literally a high-stakes season of the reality show Survivor.
Huh. That is the perfect analogy.
Think about it. Their father, Prince Andrew, is a walking scandal. The Thames Valley police investigation getting stripped of his military titles, the pressure to force him out of the Royal Lodge. They have zero immunity idols left.
Zero. And the reputational damage from Andrew is immense. Don't forget Beatrice's reported involvement in setting up his disastrous 2019 Newsnight interview.
Oh man, that interview ended his public life overnight. Proximity to scandal is fatal in that family.
It really is. But the leverage the firm holds over the sisters isn't just about reputation. It is intensely, brutally financial.
Right, the grace and favor apartments.
Yes. A recent National Audit Office report pointed this out. Even though Beatrice and Eugenie have private careers and wealthy husbands, they live rent-free in palaces. King Charles covers those costs.
Which, during a massive cost of living crisis in the UK, makes them sitting ducks for public outrage. There were already commentators calling for their titles to be stripped just by association with their dad.
So going back to your Survivor analogy.
Right. They are looking at the tribal dynamics. They know that allying with Harry and Meghan, who are exiled and have absolutely zero power over the royal budget, is not going to save them from the chopping block.
No, it won't.
The reigning tribe leader who actually controls the housing, the resources, and the PR narrative is Prince William. He's the future king. Aligning with him is just pragmatic self-preservation.
Pure survival. An insider actually told our sources that the sisters have too much to lose to follow Harry into the wilderness. They don't want to be made homeless just because their parents made catastrophic mistakes.
Can you really blame them? William offers security. Harry just offers advice over Zoom.
Exactly. And instead of fighting back publicly like the Sussexes, Beatrice and Eugenie are going back to the ultimate royal survival tactic. Queen Elizabeth's famous motto, never complain, never explain.
Keep your head down, do the charity work, and rebuild goodwill with a guy who literally dictates your future.
It's smart, honestly. But when you take a step back and look at all these overlapping layers, the security fights, the shifting alliances, the absolute ultimatums, it totally changes how you view this upcoming July visit.
It's not a relaxing family vacation. It's this incredibly volatile mix of unhealed trauma and raw institutional leverage.
And it's wild to see how the public scrutiny just acts like gasoline on the fire. It guarantees that these private hurt feelings harden into permanent, unfixable fractures.
You know, that's actually the biggest takeaway from all these sources for me.
What's that?
It proves that family estrangement is just this messy, painful, universal human experience. Like, you can have unlimited wealth, you can have historic titles, you can literally live in a castle, and you will still find yourself paralyzed by the inability to just talk to your brother or let your kids play with their cousins.
Wow. Yeah, privilege doesn't protect you from a broken heart. If anything, the rules of the monarchy make fixing it completely impossible.
It's tragic. But as we wrap up, I want to leave you, our listener, with one final provocative thought to mull over.
Lay it on us.
We're watching King Charles spend his reign trying to manage the fallout of this incredibly fractured family, right?
Yeah.
Trying to keep some semblance of unity.
Yeah, offering private security, keeping the door slightly ajar.
But the power is shifting to the next generation. And Prince William's approach is noticeably more absolute.
Oh, completely. It's ruthless.
Right. As he gets closer to the throne, his slimmed-down monarchy is becoming very real. Exiled brothers, disgraced uncles, cousins forced to kiss the ring. So how will history judge that ruthlessness?
That is the question.
Will William's unyielding approach be remembered as this brilliant strategic move that saved the crown for the 21st century? Or will it be recorded as the exact mechanism that permanently and irrevocably dismantled his own family?
Oof. It's the central tension of his future reign, and we are literally watching the groundwork being laid right now.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.